What's good, family? Hey, in this video, I'm gonna teach you, yes you, how to break into corporate photo and video or any photography niche you desire. Let's get it. All right, family, let's cut to the chase. Right now, if you are a photographer or videographer, there is likely there's probably this elusive niche that you have had your eye on and you're trying to break into it. Now, if you're here on this channel for the first time, my name's Corporate JT and my goal is to help you level up your corporate photo and video business to 6 figures and beyond. My team and I, we travel the nation to do events, conferences, brand videos, the whole 9 yards, all right? So if you're interested in information that's gonna help you level up your corporate photo and video business, you are in the right place. Destroy that subscribe button. Let's get it together, all right? So, I digress. If you are here, you are likely wanting to get into the corporate photo and video niche, but these rules apply to any niche, so make sure you get your popcorn, you take notes, lock in, okay? Number one, out the gate, the way that you break into any niche, but I'm gonna use the verbiage of corporate photo and video. The way you break into corporate photo and video, step one is your positioning. Now, a common theme that I'm going to reference throughout this entire video is the idea of invisibility. If you are not firmly rooted in your niche, you are essentially invisible to your client. You don't exist. You're not in the game. You're a non-factor. These steps are going to help you increase and improve and establish that visibility. Okay? It starts with positioning. Are you positioned in your niche? Meaning, do you have visibility, actual visibility in the form of a website? Listen, we've talked about this in so many videos. I don't know why you think there's any way around it. If you're trying to get to the corporate bag, you need a website. That is the most immediate way to vastly improve your visibility in corporate photo and video. If you want to do photo, you need to have a website with corporate photos. If you want to do video, you need a website with corporate videos. If you want to do both, I need to see both. Now, also when it comes to positioning, I need to see corporate verbiage on your website. I need to have you listed in some directory somewhere. Google, of course, you should have your website listed on Google as, Google Business. Of course, there's the OG Bark. There is Thumbtack. There's Production Hub. There's the Vimeo Creator Platform. There's literally tons of places that you can have your business listed that will give you visibility to potential clients. There's not just one you can do. I strongly suggest you get a batch of photos, a batch of videos. You use ChatGPT to create a very thorough description of what sets you apart from other vendors in the space, and go to all these platforms and put the same description, same headshot, corporate I hope, same photos, same videos, same taglines, same contact details, and get some visibility. Stop being a non-factor. Stop being a freelancer. Freelancing means you're free from visibility, all right? I'm gonna make another video about freelancers, so just be on the lookout for that at some time in the future. But honestly, guys, if you're not getting actual literal visibility in the form of, getting on marketplaces, getting on Google, using SEO on your website to get that search engine optimization, then what do we even talk about? There's no need to even go further. You gotta get visible or you are a non-factor. Because here's the thing to keep in mind. Clients will only choose from options that are available to them. If they go looking for you but they can't find you, then they literally can't choose you. This isn't even metaphorical. They literally cannot give you money because you are not, they don't see you. Okay? So, number one, positioning. Number two, let's get into it, y'all. Pricing. Listen, there is such a thing as too cheap.
If you're a talented creative, but you're struggling to land consistent, high-paying corporate photo and video work, you're not alone. More specifically, if you're tired of the weddings, the portraits, the one-off events, and you want to get into the corporate space, I got you covered. The truth is, most photographers and videographers, man, they hit a wall. And it's not because they aren't good, it's because they don't have a clear plan. They don't know how to pivot. They don't know how to scale. That's exactly why I am now offering the Corporate Ready Consultation. This is a 90-minute one-on-one strategy session built for creators who are ready to pivot and scale in the corporate space. I know exactly where you are. You're tired. You're not making enough money. You're not making consistent money, or you're doing well, but you want to scale. We're going to talk about your brand positioning. We're going to talk about your pricing. I'm going to look over your website and portfolio. Then we're also going to talk about how you're finding leads and why you need to make sure you have a CRM in place to have a cohesive workflow, both for you and your clients. If you are tired of spinning your wheels, I got you covered, family. So make sure you click below, book your one-to-one corporate ready consultation, and let's get to this corporate bag, y'all. Let's get it.
There isn't such thing as too expensive, but most people mess up in pricing not because they're too expensive. Most people's experience is that they're actually too cheap. So they end up doing a whole bunch of work, burning out and still not making a lot of money, wondering where the elusive 5-figure client is. Where's the client with the $10,000? Where's the client with the whole actual corporate bag? Where are they? I can't find them. Man, I gotta tell you, it's likely because you're too cheap. And if you're too cheap, you are, well, let me rephrase that. If you are too cheap, then you are too cheap to be taken seriously, because clients with serious money want people with serious pricing, serious positioning, serious portfolio. This goes back to the video I made about the touch points. All your touch points have to say, I'm serious, including your pricing. And if your pricing says I'm cheap, it also says I'm not serious. I'm just doing this as a hobby. I'm doing this on the weekends. I'm doing this on the side. So again, to give you context, this is not how I feel about you. I'm not hiring you, but I'm telling you right now, the clients with the bag will disqualify you if you don't charge enough money. Think about it. If I have $10,000 and I have set aside $10,000 for photo and or video, and you come to me charging $1,500 or $2,000 right off the bat, you're disqualified. I wouldn't even dream of taking a chance on somebody giving me an 85% discount on what I'm looking to pay. That doesn't even sound legit. That sounds scammy, honestly. And this is something I educate my clients on. This is the type of pricing, that super, super low race to the bottom pricing. Man, that is how you hear all these horror stories. Man, my photographer didn't show up. Man, my photographer took 3 years to get me my photos. Man, my photographer showed up 3 hours late. My photographer this, you wonder where those horror stories come from? Man, those come from vendors that don't take it seriously, and vendors that don't take it seriously, it's not a one-to-one causation, but it is a correlation. I would say that typically if you charge lower, you're not serious. So You have to communicate to your client that I am in this niche. I'm a major player. I do this. I'm priced competitively. Okay? When you're too cheap, it means you're not trying to be competitive. You're trying to get your client to pick you solely, primarily based on price, so much so that they might actually overlook your skill, and that's not going to be a win-win. So even if they did give you the bag, you likely would fumble it. You likely wouldn't know what to do with it. You likely wouldn't be able to buy or rent the gear because the bag was, because you didn't charge enough, or they're gonna not like your experience and they're not gonna call you back. Either way, if you wanna break into the corporate photo and video space, man, your pricing has to be on point. I made a video about pricing. You can watch that here in the corner somewhere. But trust me, guys, listen, y'all know my tagline, or one of my many taglines. I'm not telling you what I think or what I hope. I am telling you what I know. There is such a thing as too cheap. Raise your prices, okay? Last but not least, to break into corporate photo and video or any niche you desire, that third element you need is authority. See, you thought I was gonna say another P word, right? No. You need to have authority. Now listen, guys, the same way I speak to you on my YouTube videos, this is how I speak to clients. I'm like, hey, I know what you want. You likely want this, don't you? Like I've said on many videos, hey, last photographer, they messed up. Okay, I already know how they messed up. This happened, okay, that happened. Well, guess what? That doesn't happen with us. Hey, you know what sets us apart is that we travel here. We're nationwide. We absorb travel fees. You ain't got to worry about this. You ain't got to worry about that. We book everything. We show up. We're on time. We're attentive. We're warm. We're going to treat you. And you guys have already heard the spiel, okay? The same way I talk to you guys, man, I talk to clients just like that. I am confident, but more importantly, I speak with authority. I speak with authority about my positioning. I speak with authority about my pricing. I speak with authority about the solutions that I currently can offer for the problems you are facing. I speak to you with authority about True Love Studios, which is the name of my, corporate photo and video company. I speak with authority. You want your client to feel like you are that dude. I said this in another video. You want your client to feel like, oh, this call went a little bit different than the other calls go, right? You gotta have, listen, y'all. You gotta be oozing confidence. Don't be fake, but just, if you've been around the block a couple of times, if you shot some events, if you know your camera like the back of your hand, if you can shoot an interview video with a super soft key light, if you can shoot a recap video that evokes emotion, participation, donations, charity, and action, listen, act like it. When you get on the phone, when you meet someone in person, even in your emails, man, speak with authority. And I'm gonna give you one final kind of note. And man, let's wrap this video up because I know you got to get back to that bag, okay? Listen, if you have all three of these elements, right? But you don't have positioning, you don't pass the initial smell test, right? You got good pricing, you speak with authority, but your positioning, your portfolio is janky. It's like, something's not correlating here. If you have a good portfolio and good authority, but your prices are too cheap, they may look at you as an amateur, as a beginner, or somebody not to be taken seriously. Hey, we'll put him in these level 1 events over here, but when we have that big retreat, that annual traveling conference, let's go ahead and get somebody a little bit more competitive, a little bit more nestled into our niche. And last but not least, man, if you have a good positioning, if you have good pricing, but you lack the authority and conviction when you talk to them on the phone, then they are not gonna believe you more than you believe you. They're gonna feel like, yeah, it sounded good, but the vibe wasn't there. You know, you were too timid. You seemed almost afraid to tell them what your prices were. You seemed almost afraid to strongly, communicate that you can and will solve their problem and that you believe you're their best option. And so listen, guys, when you put this triple threat together of positioning, pricing, and authority, oh my goodness, let me tell you something. Mark my words, you heard it here first. There is no breaking into a niche. I am giving you the keys. And once you get these keys, there is no breaking in. You unlock the door and you walk in. You walk in like you've always been there. You walk in saying, yo, where the bag at? What I gotta do? Oh, you need that? I got you. Where the bag at? All right, drop it off. I got you covered. Anything else? You don't break in, you walk in. Now that applies to life in general. You don't break into nothing, man, you walk in. You act like you were born here, like you've been here. You've been doing this, okay? Anyway, guys, you already know I could talk about this all day, man. My goal is to help you level up your corporate photo and video business. And if you are trying to pivot, better yet, if you're trying to walk in to corporate photo and video, make sure you follow these 3 keys, okay? My name's Corporate JT, man. Make sure you watch the next video after the end of this one. And man, let's get this corporate bag. I'm out.